What do you think?
I think it's like a wax museum with a pulse.
Aliens, toilets, and time machines. Here are the 10 strangest fast food restaurants you'll secretly want to try. El Diablo.
El Diablo!
Built over a dormant volcano in Spain, El Diablo uses a custom-built grill located just 6 feet over bubbling hot lava. You heard that right. El Diablo is famous for using the heat of a volcano to perfectly cook meat and fish. The precise placement of the grill allows for the heat to remain at a constant 400 degrees at all times. Located in the heart of the Timanfaya National Park, El Diablo has been in operation since 1970. Ever since the founder, Cesar Manrique, thought it would be a great idea to bring local tourists to one of the hottest places on Earth to serve them food.
Let's hit this fair, because you know what I want to do?
Eat hot food in 100-degree weather?
While it may not sound like the safest way to spend date night, you should have nothing to worry about. The volcano itself has been dormant since 1824, with no eruptions in nearly 200 years, making this a relatively safe night out. One thing is for certain, you're sure to have a hot night out when eating out at this one-of-a-kind restaurant. Rollercoaster Restaurant.
Screams are for roller coasters.
Have you ever watched Back to the Future and wished you could experience some of their futuristic tech, like the instant meals or the self-lacing shoes? Flying skateboards might still be a few decades away, but the Rollercoaster Restaurant chain sure does feel like it was pulled right out of a sci-fi movie. Experience the twists and twirls as your meals get delivered straight to your table via roller coaster-style conveyor belts. Customers have no interaction with any waiting staff whatsoever when it comes to receiving their food. Instead, they place their orders on tablets directly from their table. The meal then gets sent to the table via a miniature roller coaster as soon as it's ready. Each table has its own roller coaster track, making the vertical space of this restaurant filled with tasty food zooming by at all times.
Tasty.
Waiters are still needed for items that are too risky to spill, such as hot beverages or certain specialty meals. But otherwise, this dining experience is fully automated. Rollercoaster Restaurant currently has 8 locations across Europe and the Middle East and serves fan favorites including cheeseburgers, chicken wings, and even sirloin steaks. They also have a nice selection of vegan meals and a kid-friendly menu, making it perfect for the whole family to enjoy. Modern toilet.
You're eating a pie on the toilet, aren't you, Cleveland?
Have you ever wanted to eat in a bathroom while sitting on a toilet? Probably not, which is why Modern Toilet is definitely one of the strangest restaurants we've ever come across. At Modern Toilet, the entire theme is bathroom-related, from the bowls, the walls, and even the floors. This 3-story restaurant located in Taiwan has some of the strangest decor ever seen in a restaurant. Plungers hang from the ceilings, checkered tiles cover the walls, and light fixtures resemble feces. Yum! How appetizing! Better yet, the chairs you sit on are actual toilets. But no, they aren't operational. It gets even more interesting once your food arrives. Drinks are served in miniature urinals, and food is served in small toilet bowls. If you can make it past the theme and still have an appetite, the food they serve includes hot pot meals, chicken spaghetti, curry, and they even have a whole section on their menu called crappy items for an even more unique experience.
Perhaps a little
graphic and disgusting.
I was gonna go with yucky.
You can then wash it all down with a nice cold urine beer or a urine mango juice for the younger ones and end your night out with a tasty bowl of feces ice cream. Modern Toilet has 3 locations you can dine at, each one a little stranger than the last. First time here? Well, live on the wild side and take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. Thanks. The Airplane Restaurant.
You're on an airplane.
Fine dining and airplane food are 2 terms that hardly ever go together. While airplane food is usually tolerable, it's never going to compare to a freshly cooked meal in a high-end restaurant. From cold-cut sandwiches to reheated meals that were prepared days ago, airplane food is often compared to hospital food in terms of quality. Well, that all changed when the Airplane Restaurant opened its doors in 2002. For over 20 years, they've been serving food to customers in a fully restored Boeing Boeing KC-97 tanker airplane. The airplane in question has been fully gutted, and the interior was entirely redesigned in order to accommodate a dining area with a large capacity of 275 seats. Located in Colorado Springs, this former 1953 airplane is covered in memorabilia everywhere you look and has vintage flight artifacts that will keep you entertained throughout your entire meal. So forget about the bland sandwiches you normally get on an airplane and indulge in a quality meal while mid-flight. Their menu has all sorts of creative items as well, including runway crunchy chicken, air tower nachos, and barrel rolls. The Magic Time Machine.
It's magical.
Looking for a blast from the past, or maybe even a touch of the future? There's no better way to experience both than at the Magic Time Machine restaurant. Located in the heart of Dallas and San Antonio, this restaurant chain really takes you on a wild ride. Instead of opting for just one simple theme, the Magic Time Machine brings you through a ton of different decades and styles. You never know what you'll get when you dine out at this restaurant. You could get a server dressed up as a pirate, a princess, or even as one of your favorite superheroes. Eating at the Magic Time Machine begins with their soup and salad bar, served out of a classic MGTD Roadster. The experience goes above and beyond when you're seated in a unique area. You could very well find yourself eating inside of a rocket ship, a bus, a teepee, a library, or any other of their numerous themed seating areas.
So many choices, Maggie.
Best of all, you'll get to enjoy a quality meal with their menu, including fan favorites such as New York strip loin steak, boneless prime ribs, and shrimp scampi. You'll also find a large selection of beverages from all time periods, including drinks like summertime hooch and time machine tea. Beetlehouse.
It's showtime.
Most of you will probably remember the 1988 horror comedy movie Beetlejuice by Tim Burton. Somewhat of a masterpiece, the movie grossed over $74 million and went on to become a cult classic. So if you're a Beetlejuice fan, you're in luck. Beetlehouse is a sort of homage to the famous film, bringing you an eerie yet incredibly satisfying dining experience. The movie was about a recently deceased couple who hired Beetlejuice to terrorize their new home's inhabitants.
We need some help?
Already?
But luckily, you won't be chased away when eating at Beetlehouse. You will, however, see a lot of terrifying decor, including skulls and creepy dolls. Beetlehouse doesn't just impress you visually, they also entertain you with a large number of acts, including sword swallowers, flamethrowers. It's one sideshow act after another. Every staff member you come across will be disguised in some way or another. You'll most likely come across Willy Wonka or Jack Skellington at one point during the evening. Beetlehouse really gets creative with their food as well. On their menu, you'll find meals like Edward Burger Hands, Plate of the Dead, and Devil Fingers. If you find yourself in Los Angeles or New York and would love a creepy meal, make sure to head on over to Beetlehouse, if you dare. Little Alien.
Aliens?
Audiences love aliens.
Holler back!
In the 2011 movie Paul, an alien of the same name escapes from Area 51 and hops onto the first vehicle he sees, an RV being driven by two European tourists. This comedy film is just one of the numerous movies referencing Area 51 as being the epicenter for aliens in America. While that may or may not be true, you can still enjoy an out-of-this-world dining experience at the Little Alien restaurant, located just 28 miles away from Area 51 in a small village with a population of less than 100 locals. The entire restaurant is alien-themed, and you can also get more extraterrestrial goodness from their alien shop or by staying in a room at their inn. The menu at the Little Alien is also quite extravagant, including items like a saucer burger with fries, a galaxy wrap, and even their world-famous alien burger. Food isn't the only treat at their restaurant. You'll also be entertained with alien sighting stories that will be sure to send shivers up your spine and dig deep into your curiosity of the unknown.
Curiosity killed the cat.
If you find yourself strolling down the extraterrestrial highway in the Nevada desert and hear your tummy rumbling, make sure to stop at the Little Alien restaurant and consider renting out a room for the night. The Tonga Room.
Cowabunga.
You no longer have to travel on long flights to the Caribbean to enjoy a nice tiki-style meal. The Tonga Room, located in the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco, brings you a tiki explosion that you can enjoy while eating a delicious meal. Tiki huts for tables, bamboo light fixtures, and palm everything makes you feel like you've been teleported to a remote getaway island. First opening its doors in 1945, the Tonga Room was designed by Mel Melvin, the leading set director at MGM Studios. His inspiration came from trying to design a restaurant that felt like you were on a cruise ship in the Tongan Islands. And boy, did he succeed with that mission. The Tonga Room even steps it up a notch with their indoor lagoon, a massive pool in the center of the restaurant that has its very own riverboat, which is where the house band plays from. It gets even stranger. You can even expect the casual rainstorm to come down from the ceiling, combined with simulated lightning and thunder. No need to worry though, cocktail umbrellas and the tiki huts should keep you dry the entire time.
An $18 cocktails, it was so burnt. Lit.
It's not all about the visuals though. The Tonga Room also has some pretty amazing food. Enjoy their coconut curry seafood or their famous Tonga grilled ribeye. Lots of unique Caribbean-style drinks are also on the menu. The Mammoth Orange.
Orange is the new orange.
The USA is home to some pretty large and unusual objects like the Big Twine Ball in Salina, Kansas, or the Big Basket in Columbus, Ohio. But did you know you can actually eat inside one of those big things? That's right, Arkansas is home to the Mammoth Orange, which is exactly as the name suggests, a huge orange. It gets a little stranger. This massive orange doesn't sell oranges, orange juice, or anything to do with oranges for that matter. In fact, their menu specializes in fast foods like hot dogs and big hamburgers. It actually gets a little weirder. While you can enjoy a nice, delicious burger at the Mammoth Orange, you can also order fried catfish with a milkshake to wash it down.
I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
The Mammoth Orange first opened its doors in 1966, over 50 years ago. And believe it or not, it actually grew in size over time. Indoor dining space and a larger kitchen area were added on. They now serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with an entire dairy bar to indulge in. If you like big things and you like high-quality meat, you won't want to miss out on what this giant orange has to offer. O.NOIR.
Can't see anything.
Are you ready to take your blind date to a whole new level? O.NOIR, a Canadian-based restaurant, has you eating in complete darkness. The whole concept around this restaurant is that your taste buds get enhanced when you cut off other senses. Technically speaking, since you can't see anything, you should be able to taste and smell the food a whole lot more. Whether or not it actually works is up for debate, but the restaurant itself is an amazing experience that you won't want to miss out on. The dining experience isn't completely in the dark. You begin in a dimly lit bar area where you look at the menu and place your order. Once your meal is ready, a waiter will then help guide you to your table in a pitch-dark dining room. The staff then explains where each item is located on your table so you can get started with this 2-hour-long feasting experience. O.NOIR originally opened in Montreal back in 2006, and it was such a huge hit that they opened a second location in Toronto just 3 years later. While you won't be able to take any pictures of your delicious food, you should be able to taste and smell it more than ever before. Items on the menu include cheese ravioli, sea bass, or if you're feeling adventurous, you could opt for their surprise plate. Stay right here and tap or click another great video. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.